anyone. I am just going to get straight and started into your 2026 reading. All right. This is for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo placements. So if you have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo placements in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, please apply this to yourself. All right. I'm going to see what is going on with your general energy for 2026. Let's see. All right, now I do like to tap into 2025 just a little bit, just a little bit, just so we could get a glimpse, so we could see if there's any comparison within your energy, right? So I feel like in 2025, it really forced you to be really, really vulnerable with yourself and to be honest with yourself. Like there were things within your personality, within your character that you were like attempting to hide. And I think for a really long time you were able to hide it. But I think this year it really pushed you to be 100% vulnerable. And I mean vulnerable in the sense of like, vulnerable in the sense of having to be honest with yourself, in all honesty. I don't think you had to be vulnerable with anybody else. I think this was something that you had to do internally, right? I feel like there's old patterns that you just kept trying to bring with you into this current chapter, and it's just not working. Yeah, it's just not working out. We have sold out. Oh, it says blissed out, not sold out. Blissed out. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. So I get the sense that you were just clearing up old energy. I think that you're just in a space now where you are just wanting to have fun and you are just wanting to have peace. We have the blissed out card popping up here. I think anything that is not bringing you peace or abundance, it couldn't come with you into this new chapter, right? But you kept trying to force these things into your life. And the thing is, these things that you were trying to force into your life, they didn't really fill your cup. They didn't really help you. They didn't really pour into you. They didn't really show up for you the way that you wanted them to show up for you. I feel like you just had a deep attachment to these things, right? These things, these people, but they had very sneaky energy. So this could have been the year where you found out that some individuals were sneaky. Maybe you were in a relationship with somebody and you found out they were cheating. Maybe you didn't find out they were cheating like in the midst of it, but maybe you found out a little bit after, because I'm getting the sense that somebody found out somebody was cheating on them a little bit after. By the way, if you guys are just joining this live, I'm talking about 2025 currently right now, and then we're jumping into 2026. So if you want to rewind to the beginning, you can. 444 on the clock. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this was the end of the chapter for you and this person. I feel like you finally were able to let them go, and now you're on to bigger and better things, but you're still grieving them. I'm not telling you that like things are like 100% happy. I think you're still grieving them. I think you still miss them. I think that you still want them back, but you're trying to tell yourself that you deserve better. So you're fighting this mental battle of wanting to be with them versus seeing them for who they truly are and grieving the whole connection in general. All right. So now we're going to hop into your 2026. Okay. And let's see what's coming for you in love for 2026. Because this is being uploaded later. I'm not reading my own tarot. What I'm doing is I'm reading for the collective, for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo placements, right? And then the video gets uploaded later on. But if the message doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Anywho. Well, let's see. All right, I'm going to do singles. I feel like that would be better to do. Capricorn, what's coming to Capricorn in love? All right. So, Capricorn, I feel like when it comes to love this year, I feel like you're going to be expanding your community, right? So, I feel like this year, right, you could be wanting to jump into romance, but I feel like this year you're being called to focus more on your community. I feel like there are times where you end up pouring more into your romantic relationships, and this year you're being pushed to focus on your community. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have romantic partnerships. It's just there's a need for you to focus on your community this year. There's a need for you to focus on building the relationships that you want within friendships, within your family connections, removing who doesn't belong, right? Because every year we say that we're going to release people, but then sometimes there's still people lingering on into your energy, right? So I do think that, yeah, I do think that you're being pushed to focus on your community. Also, nobody of your past can be spoken to again romantically. I feel like there are times where you're pushing forward into a new chapter in your life, and then there are people who reach out to you from the past, and maybe you don't have resentment from them anymore, and that's completely fine and understandable. However, Capricorn, I just feel like you have to remember that these people do not align with you, and by going back into these chapters, you're going to push yourself and you're going to trigger yourself all over again, like how you were triggered with them in the beginning. All right. So I do feel like if you were thinking about going back to anybody in the past, don't do it, because there will be people in the past who reach out to you. I mean, people that you've least expected. They're going to reach out to you, Capricorn, and they're going to be wanting your attention. But it's advised that you don't talk to them, okay? Because I feel like sometimes you go back to past people because you feel like current people aren't working out in your favor, or you feel like current people don't really align with you, or something is moving slow in love. You feel like sometimes love moves slow, so you sometimes think about going back to the past. Don't do it. I think you just need to move forward to the future. This is for singles, okay? I'm not saying this is for singles. This is for everybody. However, if you are in a romantic relationship and you're like, bitch, I have a husband, don't apply it to yourself, okay? Now, I do feel like you could be thinking about getting back on dating apps, trying to find some things to push yourself out there in the dating community. Let me see how that would work out in your favor. And then we're going to switch over to general and career. All right. So I feel like this wouldn't really work out in your favor. You could try it if you want to. However, I'm thinking that whoever you decide to meet, it's gonna be somebody that you meet like either via social media, or outside at some sort of gathering. This is not going to be somebody that you meet swiping on a dating app, okay? I feel like you have tried it before in the past. You have had some good dates, but then you've had some dates that have left you wondering why you even started to date in the beginning, Capricorn, right? So I do think that you are in this phase of just literally trying to put yourself, I think you're trying to put yourself out there again. I think there was a heartbreak that you went through in 2025, 2024 that really tore you up, and now you're trying to put yourself out there. You're tired of daydreaming about your perfect person. You want to be able to find your perfect person, right? And you're not going to be able to find that person in your solitude, okay? You could be chilling at home a lot, homebody, all these things, and you got to put yourself out there, Capricorn. Got to. You got to. If you want to be able to find the love that you want, you're going to have to put yourself out there. That means going to social gatherings. That means going to more friendly events. That means putting yourself out there, all right? Is there any messages for the Capricorns who are in a relationship? Any messages for the Capricorns who are in a relationship? For the Capricorns who are in a relationship this year, you're going to have to boss up in your relationship tremendously, okay? I feel like you are going to be not running into, but I feel like there may be a few mishaps within your connection where you're going to have to provide a little bit more, or you're going to have to show up a little bit more in your connection a little bit. And it's going to trigger you a little bit because I feel like you've always been wanting to be pampered, or you've always been wanting to be catered to, but you feel like you have to keep constantly showing up for people. You setting boundaries is going to heal something with your inner child. Okay, so maybe that's what it's trying to say. It's trying to say that you're gonna boss up by setting firmer boundaries within this connection. Because I feel like maybe within your dynamic between you and your person, there are some things that you want to say to your person, but you may be afraid, or you may feel like you're walking on eggshells with them. This year, I feel like you guys are going to have an open communication where you guys are just honest with each other and 100% vulnerable. Yeah, I see you finally being able to rest and give yourself in peace of mind and ease of mind. All right, now I'm going to move on to your general and career to see what you have going on, Capricorn placements. And then we are going on to Taurus. This will be uploaded later, guys, by the way. Taurus, what's going on with Taurus? Ah, I said Taurus. I'm sorry, guys. What's going on with Capricorn? Forgive me. Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn, when it comes to your career and your money, this year, you're going to learn that you have to learn to work smarter and not harder. Working harder is just going to drain your energy, and you're going to be depleted, and you're not going to be able to reach the goals that you want to reach. Stop overworking yourself. Stop overextending yourself so much, okay? You have to be able to say no. You have to be able to say, I have too much on my plate. I've had enough. All right. There's a need for you to do that, because I feel like when it comes to your career, when it comes to your job and stuff like that, there are times where you need to say no. There are times where you have the opportunity to say no, but you just don't, because you feel as if though you won't be able to get your manifestations fast enough, or you won't be able to reach your goals fast enough. It's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to say no. That was something that I had to learn this year too. I had to learn it's okay to say no. It's okay to relax. It's okay to rest. You resting this one time is not going to take away your abundance. It's not going to take away your blessings. It's not going to take away your manifestations that you have set. All right. But you got to allow yourself to rest. All right. Now, I do feel like many of you guys this year will be leaving your job or making a transition within your career. Maybe you're going to be expanding your career by either changing your career or adding on to it. I just feel like I'm hearing the Kid Cudi song, Living It. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Living my truth is all I know. And I feel like right now you feel like you're not living in your truth when it comes to your career. You feel like you could be wanting to do more. You could be wanting to expand, or there's something else that you want to do, but you feel as if though sometimes you feel like your manifestations don't come in fast. So you feel like you have to give up on them quickly. You got to stop that. You got to stop that. And the thing is, you keep creating new manifestations, but if you just stuck with what you were sticking through before, you would be where you'd want to be right now. Yeah. So where you were attempting to be, you'd be there right now, but you end up giving up midway, or you end up telling yourself this is unrealistic. You got to stop being a stereotypical Capricorn. Now, before you attack me, you'd be like, you're being a little bit of a bitch. I'm a Capricorn too. And I just want to say, stop being a stereotypical Capricorn. You know, anything is possible, but when you tell yourself that it's unrealistic, or this is too silly, or maybe I shouldn't do this, or all these things, you start putting the negative doubts in your head, well then yeah, it may become unrealistic, it may become unachievable, because you are now putting that into the atmosphere. So you got to stop that. All right. I do feel like right now you are in this phase of wanting to you're wanting to do everything on your own, but you need to really seek guidance. Okay? You need to seek guidance. And, this could be in regards to your career. Maybe you're somebody, when it comes to your career, you like to do everything on your own and figure everything out on your own. You may need some guidance. Somebody may be able to help you, because I feel like some of you guys are going through some creative block. You're going through some creative block. Some of you guys want to be entrepreneurs, and then some of you are looking for a new job. Some of you guys want to be entrepreneurs and look for a new job. It's like this weird balance. Hi, I am doing Taurus eventually, but right now I am on Capricorn. All right, let's see. What else are we going? What else do we got going on for your energy, Capricorn? You also got to be mindful of your person's energy is what I'm hearing, or who you sleep with's energy. A lot of people don't believe in this, and that's fine if they don't. I do. Okay. When you are connecting to somebody who has an energy of being like very, very pessimistic and negative, or having like very poor spending habits, and you are intertwining with them during physical chemistry time, you know what I mean? You're adults, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes that can come on to you, right? So say for example, if you're dealing with somebody who has that energy, I hate to say low vibrational because that shit is fucking stereotypical, but if you're dealing with somebody who has a bit of chaos in their life, that chaos will come and leak onto you, right? So there's just a need to be mindful of that, of who you are intertwining with. I'm not even just talking about money, I'm talking about like internally. Like if they're not willing to deal with their problems internally and they suppress 24/7, and then you go have fun time with them, it's gonna leak onto you. So just be mindful of that. All right. Also, I'm hearing you can't save everyone this year. You're gonna have to learn that with your finances this year. You're gonna have to learn to say no with your money. All right. This is gonna be very, very, very important with you with your finances. You're gonna have to say no. If you don't say no, if you have it to give, give it. But if you don't have it to give and it's gonna leave you complaining, you're going to run into more financial mishaps. So this year, learn to say no. All right. People will be okay. All right. Some of you guys could be getting readings done or be thinking about getting a reading done because we have the psychic card popping up. But yes, this year, you really need to make sure that you stay committed with your goals. I think some of you guys are you're trying to expand your life. Somebody could be thinking about buying a car, new home, something like that. Something that involves a credit score that you're trying to do. You're going to have to really stay on top of your goals. It's not unachievable. Like I've said before, it's not unachievable. You just have to stay dedicated. Okay? You have to stay dedicated. And then also, I heard you need to crawl before you can walk, Capricorn. Crawl before you can walk. Okay? Crawl before you can walk. And whatever you've been trying to start or do career-wise, whether it's entrepreneurship or a new job, it will be achievable. But you just have to stop relying on other people to help you get there or other people to support you. You have to be your main source of support. If you rely on other people to support you and help you out on this next journey and next path, you're not going to get to where you want to be, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, so now we are on to Taurus. Now we are on to Taurus. Let's see. So if you have Taurus in your sun, moon, rising Venus, this is for you. I'm a Taurus. My ex who I want guidance on is a Capricorn. Well, hopefully this reading gives you the guidance that you need. What's going on with Taurus in love? What's going on with Taurus placements in love? We got the sirens going on in the back. All right, I am hearing Natasha Bedingfield. I got a pocket for the sunshine. I got a love and all it's all I know. Ooh, whoa. All right. You are not letting anybody rain on your parade, Taurus placements, okay? I feel like you are just in a happy phase in your life right now, or you're at least trying to be, because you are in a phase where you're not trying to be pessimistic. And I also feel like you're in a phase now where you're finally not caring about other people's opinion, okay? So I definitely feel like this is in regards to love. I feel like normally you kind of like ask other people for their advice when it comes to your partners, like, should I talk to them, should I not, this. And I feel like now you are just in a phase where you're just like, this is my person, this is my person. All right, now another scenario I'm getting is some of you guys may be dealing with a few insecurities in regards to love. I feel like maybe you could be comparing yourself to people on social media, or you could just be comparing yourself to people of the past, but there's some type of comparison within your relationship. Let me dive a little bit deeper. I'm gonna pull with some tarot to see. What's going on? What is the insecurities within this connection? What are the insecurities within this connection? And if it's not your energy, Taurus, and you're like, there's nothing I'm insecure about within this connection, it could be your person's energy. But I am getting some insecurities here because we have the comparison card popping up here, okay? So let's see. By the way, guys, I'm not answering any questions right now. This is just a collective reading for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm doing each sign singularly. All right, so Taurus, I do feel like there were some insecurities within this connection. I feel like somebody could have lied and somebody wasn't truthful. There's lies within this connection, or like omitting, because you know some people like to say I'm not lying, I'm omitting, which is not fully 100% telling the truth. So there was omission within this connection and there was some lying, and I feel like it kind of distorted your reality, made it hard for you to trust this individual, made it hard for you to trust this connection. And maybe that's where the insecurities can come from time to time, because once somebody lies to you, you side-eyeing them the whole entire time. Even if you forgive them, you're still side-eyeing them because you're just like, why did you lie to me? You know what I mean? And then now you think that everything comes out of their mouth is a lie. So it makes it really hard for you to deal with people who lie. But it's kind of weird because it's like you're still connected to this individual, but you don't fully trust them. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're connected to them, but you don't fully trust them. You have your guard up. We have the Ace of Swords here. We have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the High Priestess card popping up here. So you don't fully trust this person. You don't fully trust them, but you still pour into them. What's that about, Taurus? What is that about? Let's see. Why is Taurus pouring into this connection? And Taurus don't trust him. Taurus, why are you pouring into this connection? All right. Your person could be very vengeful. Your person could be very vengeful. Right now, I am not answering any questions. I'm just doing a collective reading for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So I'm doing singular readings. I already did Capricorn. Right now, I'm on Taurus. All right. So yeah, your person can be very vengeful. You know, I feel like sometimes they could try to get back at you or be very like, this person hurt me, I'm going to do that. Be very mindful of that, because I randomly got that warning popping up here. All right. But when it comes to this person's energy and why you keep forgiving them, I honestly think that you feel like they can change. You know, they could be really, they can be really sweet and loving in the beginning. Like very sweet, loving, very attentive, very reassuring, very kind, very nice, very like, this is my person right here. Like you start to realize like, now I know why I chose you. And then there's a complete switch. It's like an on and off switch with them. There's no in between. It's either you're like really, really lovey-dovey with them, or you cannot stand their energy. And this, you know, it's so funny. This was 2025's energy, but it seems like it's lingering into 2026 energy. Because, yeah, Spirit is telling me that, like, this was stuff that was occurring, but it's going to be reoccurring. I'm also hearing Christina Aguilera. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. I rejected this really nice guy that had the same name and same birthday. I think Capricorns are following me. I'm a Gemini. I feel so guilty for rejecting him. He was so nice, but no, it's like that. You can't force yourself to like somebody. You definitely can't force yourself to like somebody. I get that though, but you can't force yourself to like someone. Trust me, and you're not missing out. I just posted I'm gonna talk about it now while we here. I basically was saying FOMO in relationships and connections. Sometimes in relationships and connections, when it's time for us to leave and go and we know this person doesn't align with us, we sometimes have FOMO, fear of missing out. We can feel as if though, if we don't give this connection a chance, if we don't give this connection a try, this could be the last nice person we run into. This could be the last good communication we have, or the last good looking, whatever it is that you're looking for within a connection. You could be feeling like it's very sparse. You could be feeling like you're not getting it again. And you got to understand that better is to come. Better is to come. And Taurus, you probably needed to hear that too, okay? Better is to come. Better is to come. You keep focusing on money. Your money's good. Your money's going to be good. Wait, your money's going to be good. But right now you need to focus on this connection. Because honestly, I don't know what's going on, boo. Sometimes you feel stuck. And then sometimes you feel like you want to be there. But all you got to do is stand up and twist the top. All you got to do is stand up and twist the top. Because I feel like you can suppress all you want with this connection. And you can like downplay the things that you went through with this person. But your body will always remember and your mind will always remember. Keep that in mind. And I'm saying that because there's moments where you feel like you need long periods. Sorry. There's moments where you feel like you need long periods of solitude from this person. Like you want to escape from them. Some of you guys could even be doing spells or rituals to release them, but then you're still with them. What's going on with that, Taurus? Could be definitely, yeah, some of you guys are doing release. Be careful with that, okay? Some of you guys are doing releasing rituals, right? But then you still want to be attached to them. Got to be mindful of that. Got to be careful with that. Okay. I feel like you are wanting somebody who puts you in your calm energy where you can nurture them. I don't feel like this person is going to be able to provide that for you because it seems like this person wants you to take care of them. And that seems to be a common theme within relationships. You get people who they know you're not, okay, I wouldn't want to say you're like 100% materialistic, but you like materials, you like gifts, you like things, right? So you get people when they first meet you, they're attracted to, they start spoiling you with stuff, maybe dates, food, gifts, stuff. They're spoiling you. And then midway through the connection, you end up having to take care of them. And then you taking care of them, and then they could be holding it above your head of the things they did for you in the past. Say, for example, they bought you a cheeseburger, but then you took them to Dubai, and they're like, well, I bought you a cheeseburger. Remember that time we first met, I bought you a cheeseburger? You like, but I just took you to Dubai. And then I just did that for you. And then I just did this for you. And then you know what I'm saying? It's like this person wants to keep tallies with you, but they can't keep tallies with you because even if they were to keep tallies with you, you would outnumber them. Because it seems to me you do more for them than they do for you. Yeah, I always tell people, make sure when you are leaving a connection, make sure you 100% leave when you're ready to leave. Don't leave because your homegirl told you to leave. Don't leave because your therapist told you to leave. Don't leave because you scrolled across a TikTok reading and it told you to leave. Like, yes, you should be taking those into consideration and listening. But what I seem to notice with individuals is they're not really leaving because they want to leave. They're leaving because they feel pressured to leave, because they feel like people are judging them, or they feel like others are looking down upon them, and they feel compelled to quickly make a choice and leave the connection fast, but then they don't really want to leave, and they end up missing the person, and their heart ends up aching, and they're sad, and they're upset. And then the cycle repeats again where they reconnect with that person again and reconcile, right? So I always tell people to wait till you're 100% ready to go, because you won't want to go back. Don't wait till you hate them. I just said wait till you're ready to go, because we don't want them ruining your perception of love. All right, so now I'm going to do your general reading with your energy. Hold on, let me do singles real quick, because it seemed like it was talking about y'all in a relationship. Let me do a little something for my singles. For the Taurus singles, is there anything that you need to tell them? Because that was sounding like the couples. Unless the singles haven't let go of somebody from their past. Because that could be the only explanation. All right, let's see. Also, thank you guys for watching. I wasn't expecting anybody to tune in. I was just gonna come in here quietly, do a little video, and upload it later. But thank you. I'm hoping that this can upload. Praying. Because Auntie don't got no more storage to do the other videos. So we gotta find another way. Anywho. Singles. I'm hearing the song Wishing Upon a Star by Rose Royce. I just feel like a lot of abundance and happiness is going to come your way. I'm happy you found me too. That made me so happy. But yeah, I feel like a lot of abundance and happiness is going to come your way. The things that you manifested maybe 2-3 years ago, you weren't in a place to receive them. I'ma just be honest with you. I'm holding your hand. We're holding hands together while I say this. You wasn't in a place to receive this, you know, but now you are in a place to receive this. You've done the work. You're releasing. You're cutting people off. You are healing your inner child wounds. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're healing your inner child wounds. And now that you're healing your inner child wounds, blessings are going to come your way. You're going to meet your soulmates, okay? But keep in mind, soulmates come in different forms, okay? They come in different forms, okay? So this could be a friendship that feels like a soulmate, or this could be an actual relationship, okay? I'm going to pull to get a little bit more insight in that, but... Yeah, so you could have been really all your cards are reversed. Whoosh. You could have been really closed off before in love. And I think that's because you were really disappointed by someone from your past. It could have been multiple people. It could have just been one person. But I think you were really disappointed. 3 could have a significance to you. The number 3, because we have 3 of coins, 3 of wands. Yeah. So... yeah, you were grieving having to cut off a connection, having to walk away from a connection. You really didn't want to walk away from it, but you pushed yourself to, and it hurt really badly. I think you went no contact with this individual, and I think that's why it hurt you so badly, Taurus. And I don't think you wanted to go no contact with this person, but I feel like you had to just do what was best for you. And you noticed that, like, you can't be with somebody just for the sake of being with somebody. You can't be with somebody just because you don't want to be single, right? So because of that, you had to let this individual go. But because you let these individuals go, I feel like blessings is coming your way. And it's so funny. Right when you're finally okay with being single and you finally accept it and you're like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm happy. I'm working. My money's flowing. I'm chilling with friends. That's when a new romantic partner is going to come in. Okay? It always happens when you least expect it. And you could be trying to shy away from this, and you could be trying to self-sabotage, because we have the Chariot card reverse, and then we have the Hermit card. You are like hesitant towards this connection. You don't know if you want to jump into this new connection, but I think you really should jump into it. This person could be popping up during March, or this person could have an Aries placement in their chart. They could have Aries or Pisces placements in their chart. All right? Because I was trying to think what other sign. Aries or Pisces facing in their chart. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, now I'm going to go to your career and money. See what you got going on there, Taurus placements. And then we're going to do Virgo after. As I said before, this should be uploaded. Also, if you have water sign placements, make sure you subscribe to me, because I'm also posting water sign placements tonight. I already recorded the video. I just need to upload it. All right, let's see. What's going on with Taurus? Taurus placements, career and money. Taurus placements, career and money. Career and money for Taurus placements. What can you tell me for career and money? I actually haven't yet. I'm going too soon, though. These should all be uploaded by the first week of January, but... Hopefully sooner than that. But nope, earth signs is the first signs that I've done so far. But if you want, you can check out air signs December forecast. That I did post. All right, so Taurus placements. Okay, career and money. All right. You're going to have to make sure that you stay on top of your cleanses this year. It's not a joke. It's not a game. This is not for play. This is for real. You need to make sure you stay on top of your cleansing. Sometimes when you are not properly cleansing yourself, you can have energetic blockages. Okay? Manifestations can slow down. Money can slow down. Bills can start piling up on top of each other. You cannot have the stamina or drive to do your job like you normally do. You need to cleanse. This is why you need to cleanse. Cleanse at least once a week. That's what I want to challenge you to do this year for 2026. I want you to cleanse at least once a week. Okay? It's mandatory. It's necessary. Even if you're not touching tarot cards, I do think that you should cleanse. It's really important. All right? And you're going to see that when you start to cleanse, you're going to see an increase in your money, an increase in your abundance, an increase in your flow. All right? You're also going to see that your anxiety lessens. Because I feel like yeah, you're an earth sign, so you always gonna be thinking about money, you know what I mean? But the amount of stress and anxiety you be having sometimes the feelings you carrying just be, it be past wounds, it be other people's projections onto you. You got to cleanse this year, all right? You know, and before 2026 even starts, cleanse before that too. Do a cleanse before the new year. Wait till the 29th, 30th, or the 31st to do it though. I think that would be a better time. But also you need to clean up your space as well. Get rid of some things, okay? But anywho, you need to make sure that you are following your dreams when it comes to your career. Sometimes you play it too safe, you know? And it's not time to play it safe. Right now, it's time to go after what you want full force. You can worry about the mistakes later on. But right now, you just need to go. Do it scared. Do it scared. Do it scared. Do it shaking. Just get it done. Get it done. Because the thing with you is you want everything to be done perfectly. And that's why you don't jump into it and get it done. But then sometimes you wait and then you're like, oh shit. I've been trying to perfect this for so long. I didn't realize 2 years went by. I've been trying to perfect this for so long. I didn't realize 7 months went by. You know what I mean? And all that time that you've been trying to perfect it, you could have just been doing it and learning as you go. Okay? This could be in regards to you starting a new field in your career, going back to school. Okay? But you need to just go after what you want to go after. Like, I heard the Lord is your safety net. Okay, the Lord, that's your safety net. Okay, because you could be scared to jump. I'm thinking of Carrie from Sex and the City when she was on that swinging thing and she did that. Shit. I'm not going to pronounce it, but you know that circus thing where they be swinging and they be catching another person? That I forgot I forgot the name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. But anyway, I'm envisioning that in my head, and she was so scared to jump, but she felt so comfortable jumping when she realized I can't fall. There's a safety net here for me, and that's what you need to understand. Taurus, you can't fall. There is a safety net there for you. All right. So when it comes to your career this year and your finances this year, you're really, 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 really gonna need to make sure that you trust yourself. Because I do feel like things are just going to start flowing your way and working your way when you learn to trust in your intuition. Okay, when you learn to trust in your intuition and you learn to pour into yourself, that's two things. Pouring into yourself and trusting your intuition. If you can do those two things, your money is going to be fabulous this year. You neglect those two things, it's going to be very evident in your money. All right, so just keep that in mind. My Virgo placements. What it do, Virgo placements? Okay, Virgo placements. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo in regards to love? What's going on with Virgo in regards to love? You could be wanting your person to get karma, or your person could be a Capricorn or Aquarius placement. They could have Capricorn or Aquarius in their sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars. All right. But I feel like for some of you guys, you know, you're not too happy. You're not too happy. You're not too happy with this person. Okay, Virgo placements. I feel like you know what? I feel like when it comes to this connection, maybe your person is good financially, right? You don't have to worry about them financially, but it feels like other things they bother you about. Other things they get in your way about. Yeah, your person could be very pessimistic. Weird thing, you could be spiritual, into spirituality, and your person could be against it or not supportive of it, or like doesn't really believe in it, something like that. Something of like your person not really believing in spirituality or something, or not believing in manifestations and stuff like that. Like your person could be really pessimistic, which is interesting because, you know, I do know that opposites attract, but Spirit is like, how did this pessimistic person attract you? Because you know what? You started being optimistic, but then this person made you become really sad. Look at that. We have the burdens card. This person is seeing it more like a burden to you than a blessing. And it's starting to get you really agitated. It's starting to get you really, really, really agitated. You could be asking for signs. You could be asking for certain things, certain confirmations. And I don't know. I feel like this is a confirmation right here. You know, 2026 may be the year of you fully releasing them and letting them go. You know what I mean? You may be fully cutting them off and being like, you know what? This is enough for me. I need to move forward. I need to move on. All right. Let's see. I keep channeling Alicia Keys. What goes around? It's called Karma. I'm not gonna fully sing it because I'm not Alicia Keys, but the song is called Karma. I don't know. You could be wanting this person to get karma, but you're still connected to them. I don't know. I always tell people, you know, you can't be hexing people and returning the senders and then you're still around the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, that shit will leak onto you eventually, you know? Imagine hexing somebody and then getting back in a relationship with them and then wondering why your life is chaotic. Yeah, your life is going to be chaotic. You just got back with the person who you know what I'm saying? Like, keep that in mind. All right, so for my single Virgos, my workaholics. Not to say you guys weren't workaholics, the taken ones. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, single Virgos, workaholics. Okay. Your partner, your wife, your husband, your person, they're not going to come into your job sweeping you off of your feet, marrying you, okay? You literally go from work to home, 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 work to home. And then you socialize occasionally with the homegirl, homeboy, home person. And I love that for you. But you got to put yourself out there some more, all right? You don't have to, but I'm just letting you know, if you're wanting romance and you're wanting that connection, I suggest you do so. Because I feel like you're so focused on leveling yourself up and focusing on your goals that sometimes you kind of neglect your romance, right? And then also, there's a need for you to, right now you're single, so there's a need for you to make sure that you prioritize your self-care. Sometimes when you get involved with romantic partners, you can neglect your self-care because you're too busy being of service to them. And I don't even think, you know what it is? I think these people do spoil you, but I think that you attract a lot of people who have mother wounds. Like, deep mother wounds. So you could be needing to nurture them, take care of them, and all these kinds of things. And Yeah, but you nurture them and do all these things for them, and the spirit is like they end up being sneaky. They end up being liars. They end up being cheaters. And then you get so upset because you're like, I invested in you. I poured into you so much. I heard big spenders. Some of you guys like to trick. Some of you guys like to trick on your person. You know what I mean? You like to spoil them. You like to buy stuff for them from time to time. So when things don't work out, you start to get upset because you're like, I didn't even need to do all of that. Like, if I knew you were going to be this way, if I knew you were going to cheat on me, I really wouldn't have invested so much money into this, you know? But there's something with cheating. It's weird because it's like, spirit is like, some of them, it like, I don't know. It was like emotional cheating, not actual cheating. Because we have sexy time here reversed. Something happened, but it didn't like happen, but something happened. You picking up what I'm putting down? Keep in mind, I'm reading you on your 2026. So this is what's to come. All right, singles. That's what I'm getting for. That's what I'm getting for your energy. Be mindful of somebody's energy. Somebody you meet this year. Okay. Also, I feel like many of you guys are not even going to end up in a relationship this year. I mean, you're going to end up in some serious talking stages where it's going to feel like you're in a relationship. But I feel like you're going to be in talking stages. I feel like you're going to be actually enjoying dating. Because I feel like you always end up in serious relationships. You're trying something different right now. We have Ascension. Yeah, you're trying something different, Virgo. You want to actually enjoy what it's like to be single. And also, I heard whole new roster. You cutting off you cutting off everybody from your past. Like, you want nothing to do with anybody from your past. So all these individuals that you're dating or getting the chance to date, these seem to be new people. These are not people from your past. These are new individuals. All right, Virgo. Because you're filling your cup right now and you're pouring into you. And the more that you pour into you, you're going to see the more that blessings flow your way. All right. I do feel like you are wanting to explore this year or take a trip. You could be doing a vacation. All right. Virgo placement. Some of you guys could be doing a vacation, taking a trip with someone somewhere. All right. Now we're going to hop into your career and your finances, Virgo. And then we're going to end this video. I'm going to replay it myself and then put the timestamps. But be patient with me, y'all, because this is a 47-minute video. I was not trying to make this video that long. All right. So when it comes to your career and your money, right now I do feel like you're trying to level up, but you have to make sure that you're releasing unhealthy attachments. There's going to be a need for you to reprogram your mind and reframe your mind. There's nothing wrong with you being materialistic. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting nice things, right? But Spirit is like, there's going to be a need for you to budget this year. Just keep that in mind. I'm not telling you cannot buy yourself nice things, but you don't have to budget just a tiny bit, okay? Just a tiny bit. Also, you need to stay on top of your maintenance this year. Okay, let's see what else we have going on. Some of you guys could be getting a job that requires you to travel. I just heard travel nurse. Could be for a select few of you, but I just heard travel nurse. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, some of you guys could be changing jobs, right? And yep, changing jobs. We have the 8 of Coins and we have the 10 of Cups popping up here. You are wanting to expand and grow. And once you realize a place isn't helping you expand and grow, you want to instantly shift. You want something new, right? And then I feel like some of you guys are wanting a higher raise or a higher position within this job, but they're just not giving it to you. And that is your indication that you're like, nah, I just need to move forward. Like, nah, I need to go for something else. I need to move for something else, because I feel like when you're not a lazy worker, when you put energy into your work, you put energy into your work. So you get upset when you stay at places for long periods of time and they don't give you a raise. I feel like this place that I'm currently talking about, you've been there maybe for 2-3 years, or maybe soon it'll be 2 years, but whatever the case may be, like, I feel like you're wanting a raise and you're just like, I'm tired of this shit. Yeah. You're tired of it. But I feel like for most of you guys, you're going to be switching jobs. You're going to be going to a place that actually pampers you. I heard pampers you. Because I feel like this last workplace you were at, they're treating you like you Cinderella. And not after she got the glass slipper. I'm talking about before. Yeah. So there's going to be a conversation, and I think that you're going to walk away from this job, and it's going to be your doing. Okay. It's not going to be because they're pushing you. I mean, it's not going to be because they're pushing you. I think this is going to be your own doing. You're going to be like, yeah, I don't really want to work for you anymore. I want better for myself. I want more for myself. All right. Yeah. Because the thing is, you pour so much into this job, but you just don't get the same back in return. Maybe, yeah, you don't get the same back in return. It could be emotional fulfillment too. Sorry, I'm stuttering. It could be some type of emotional fulfillment too. Maybe you're not fully satisfied emotionally. All right. But that was the end of your reading. If you are interested in booking a 2026 reading with me and you want the opportunity to get 15% off, please hop on it. Okay. The description will be, I said the description, my bad. The link for the 2026 reading will be linked in my bio. You can click it on my site. The first 9 people get 15% off. I've already had one person book, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys. After that, the sale will be going back to its original pricing. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to attempt to upload this. If it doesn't upload, then it was your lucky day watching this. Okay. Bye.